ever pondered about the man who shaped the contours of 20th century politics more than anyone else? How did Karl Marx, a philosopher, economist, and revolutionary socialist, perceive the world? Today, we journey into the mind and the writings of this influential figure. In the early days, Marx, born in 1818 in Trier, Germany, held different views compared to his later years. His initial focus was on the philosophy of self-consciousness and freedom. Heavily influenced by Hegel's dialectical method, Marx sought to understand how individuals shape and are shaped by society. Marx moved to Paris in 1843, and this marked the beginning of his radicalization. The harsh realities of industrial capitalism and the struggles of the working class deeply affected him. Marx then partnered with Friedrich Engels, a like-minded thinker, and together they began developing a critique of capitalism. In 1848, Marx and Engels published the Communist Manifesto. This work outlines their theories about the nature of society and politics. They asserted that all of human history is the history of class struggle, and this struggle would eventually lead to the overthrow of the bourgeoisie and the rise of the proletariat. Marx later moved to London, where he spent the rest of his life. Here, he delved deeper into the critique of political economy. His magnum opus, Capital, was published in 1867. In this work, Marx expounded his theory of surplus value, which argued that the value of goods and services is derived from the labor invested in them. He also illustrated how capitalism, by its very nature, exploits workers. Towards the end of his life, Marx became increasingly focused on the study of specific capitalist societies, particularly Russia. He was intrigued by the potential for non-capitalist development and the role of the rural community in revolution. In essence, Marx's views evolved over time, starting from a philosophical focus on self-consciousness and freedom, moving towards a radical critique of capitalism and class struggle, and finally towards an examination of specific societies under capitalism. The key points to remember are Marx's belief in the power of human agency and the dialectical relationship between individuals and society, his theory of history as class struggle, his critique of capitalism, particularly his theory of surplus value, and his later focus on the potential for non-capitalist development in specific societies. The views of Karl Marx have shaped and continue to shape many political landscapes. His critiques of capitalism and his theories on class struggle resonate even in the 21st century. Whether one agrees or disagrees with his views, the impact of Marx's thought on our world is undeniable.